Whispers of the Midnight Carnival. Under the veil of the moonlight, the haunted carnival materialized at the outskirts of town, a spectral amusement park that whispered of forgotten nightmares. The air crackled with an otherworldly energy as the rusted rides creaked to life, and the flickering lights cast eerie shadows that danced on the deserted grounds. Intrigued by the phantom carnival's mysterious allure, I found myself drawn to its decaying entrance. The faded banners hinted at a bygone era, promising thrills and chills beneath the dilapidated tents. The wind carried the distant echoes of ghostly laughter, and the scent of cotton candy lingered in the air like a haunting memory. As I passed through the rusted turnstile, the carnival's unsettling ambience enveloped me. The rides groaned with an unnatural life, and the flickering lights cast a surreal glow on the dilapidated attractions. The air seemed to pulse with an unseen force, and the distant carousel played a spectral melody that echoed through the deserted grounds. The ghostly laughter intensified as I ventured deeper into the carnival's heart. The Midway Games, now abandoned and weather-worn, hinted at a bygone era when the living reveled in the thrill of victory. Yet, the spectral whispers carried tales of lost souls trapped in an eternal game, their laughter echoing in the wind like a mournful lament. The haunted carousel, its paint peeling and horses frozen in twisted expressions, beckoned with a hypnotic allure. As I approached, the spectral melody reached a haunting crescendo, and the carousel spun to life with a spectral energy. The ghostly figures of children, their eyes hollow and expressions frozen in eternal delight, materialized on the weathered horses. Driven by an otherworldly compulsion, I climbed onto a vacant carousel horse. The world blurred as the ride spun faster, and the ghostly children seemed to beckon me into the spectral dance. The air pulsated with an ethereal energy, and the laughter of the lost souls mingled with the haunting melody. As the carousel slowed to a stop, the ghostly children faded into the shadows. The carnival, now shrouded in an eerie stillness, revealed a sinister secret. The faded tents, once vibrant with life, held the remnants of spectral performances, a macabre theater where ghostly acrobats defied the laws of the afterlife. The big top, its tattered fabric billowing in the wind, beckoned with a spectral glow. As I entered, the air thickened with an oppressive force, and the ghostly acrobats descended from invisible heights. The spectral performers twisted and contorted in an otherworldly dance, their eyes filled with a haunting despair. The whispers escalated into anguished cries as the ghostly acrobats reached out with ethereal limbs. The air became charged with an unseen force, and the big top transformed into a nightmarish tableau. Desperation seized me as I felt the spectral fingers brush against my skin, their touch sending shivers down my spine. Driven by an instinctual terror, I fled the haunted carnival's grasp. The twisted laughter and spectral melodies echoed in the wind as I raced through the deserted grounds. The rides groaned in protest, their rusted mechanisms protesting the intrusion of the living into the realm of the dead. As I reached the carnival's entrance, the air seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly energy. The ghostly figures of carnival goers, frozen in eternal delight, lined the deserted path. Their hollow eyes followed my every move, and the haunting whispers reached a deafening crescendo. With a surge of courage, I passed through the rusted turnstile, leaving the haunted carnival behind. The moonlit night, now devoid of the carnival's spectral glow, held a sense of eerie tranquility. The wind carried the distant echoes of ghostly laughter, a haunting reminder of the nightmares that lurked beyond the veil of the living. The haunted carnival, a spectral mirage that appeared only under the moon's watchful gaze, continued its eternal performance for those willing to step into the shadows. As I walked away, the ghostly melodies and whispers faded into the night, leaving behind a lingering sense of dread, a reminder that the boundaries between the living and the dead were mere illusions in the haunted carnival's macabre theatre. Echoes of the Midnight Carnival. The carnival had arrived in our small town, a spectacle of vibrant lights, festive music, and the promise of enchanting thrills. As a child, the arrival of the carnival was a source of excitement, but this year was different. This year, the carnival held secrets that would haunt me for the rest of my life. The night air was thick with anticipation. As I approached the entrance, the neon lights casting an eerie glow on the deserted streets. The familiar scent of cotton candy and popcorn wafted through the air, but there was something off, an undercurrent of unease that danced with the shadows beneath the carnival's facade. As I passed through the creaking gates, the carnival seemed frozen in time. The rides stood still, their mechanical groans replaced by an unsettling silence. The once lively music echoed as a haunting melody that sent shivers down my spine. The air hung heavy with an unseen presence, and the carnival had transformed into a ghostly realm. Drawn to the heart of the carnival, I wandered through the deserted booths and empty game stalls. The atmosphere was suffused with a spectral energy, and the vibrant colors of the attractions now seemed muted and somber. The laughter that once filled the air was replaced by an eerie hush, broken only by the distant echoes of the haunting melody. I reached the center of the carnival, where a dilapidated carousel stood as a relic of forgotten merriment. Its once cheerful horses now bore twisted expressions, frozen in a macabre dance. The flickering lights cast distorted shadows that seemed to writhe with an unseen malevolence. In the midst of the desolation, I noticed a solitary figure, an old carousel operator dressed in tattered clothing, his eyes hollow and vacant. He gestured towards the carousel, his movements slow and deliberate. A spectral whisper urged me to take a ride, promising an experience beyond the ordinary. Compelled by an otherworldly force, I climbed onto the dilapidated carousel. The operator, without a word, started the ride. The creaking of the machinery echoed through the night, the haunting melody, a dissonant symphony that resonated with the eerie stillness of the haunted carnival. As the carousel spun, the world blurred into a surreal dreamscape. The carnival lights flickered erratically, casting unsettling shadows on the abandoned attractions. The air seemed to warp and contort, and a ghostly apparition materialized, a spectre from the carnival's past, trapped in a perpetual cycle of spectral revelry. The apparition, adorned in tattered carnival attire, beckoned me to follow. The carousel transformed into a gateway to a realm where reality and the supernatural converged. Each spin carried me deeper into the haunted carnival's history, unveiling the stories of those who had once reveled beneath the neon lights. As I journeyed through the spectral realm, the apparitions of carnival goers materialized. Their faces bore expressions of joy frozen in time, but their eyes held a silent plea for release from the haunted carnival's grasp. Whispers of forgotten laughter and the distant echoes of children's voices filled the air, a chorus of souls trapped in the spectral web of the carnival's malevolent magic. The carousel came to a sudden halt, and the ghostly apparition pointed towards a decrepit funhouse, the heart of the haunted carnival. Its entrance loomed like a yawning abyss, and an indistinct murmur invited me to enter, promising answers to the mysteries that lingered in the shadows. As I stepped into the funhouse, the air thickened with an otherworldly energy. The walls seemed to pulsate with unseen forces, and distorted mirrors reflected a myriad of haunting images. the haunting melody reached a fevered pitch, resonating through the funhouse like a requiem for lost souls. With each twist and turn, the funhouse became a labyrinth of nightmares. Distorted laughter echoed through the warped halls, and the apparitions of carnival-goers danced in the mirrors, a spectral masquerade that revealed the tragic tales woven into the fabric of the haunted carnival. In the heart of the funhouse, a room shrouded in darkness awaited. The ghostly apparition guided me towards an antique mirror, a portal to the carnival's spectral realm. As I gazed into the glass, the carnival's malevolent history unfolded before me. A tapestry of joy turned to sorrow, and celebration twisted into an eternal nightmare. The spirits of the haunted carnival, trapped in a limbo between the living and the dead, pleaded for release. The carnival's spectral magic, fueled by the echoes of past revelry, sought to ensnare any who dared to venture into its desolate realm. The mirror, now a gateway to the other side, held the key to breaking the haunted carnival's curse. With a jolt, I found myself back at the entrance of the carnival. The apparition and the spectral realm are a distant memory. The carousel stood still, the haunted melody faded, and the once deserted booths were now alive with the vibrant colors of the carnival in its prime. As I left the haunted carnival behind, the echoes of the spectral revelry lingered, the carnival lights flickered one last time, and the distant laughter of ghostly apparitions seemed to fade into the night. The haunted carnival, a realm where joy had turned to sorrow, retreated into the shadows, leaving me with the chilling realization that some spectacles are best left in the realm of nightmares.